The Ocean Kingdom is a place filled with wonder. It has enormous creatures, beautiful coral reefs, and other mesmerizing things. However, it also faces many challenges. Storms are one of the worst things in the ocean. They can toss around even the biggest ships and cause chaos everywhere. One day, a fierce storm was brewing over the horizon. The wind began to pick up speed, whipping the waves into a frenzy. As the sun began its descent, the sky turned a menacing gray, casting an eerie glow over the churning waters. A pod of dolphins, oblivious to the impending danger, were frolicking in the shallows near the shore. Among them was a young female dolphin named Neela, known for her intelligence and calmness in tough situations. As the storm approached, the dolphins started to panic. The alpha male, a grizzled old dolphin named Bolt, was among the first to show signs of fear. His whistles turned into panicked squeals as he paced back and forth in his enclosure, unable to find a way out. The others soon followed suit, their cheerful clicks and whistles replaced by distressed cries. Even the smallest calves huddled close to their mothers, trembling at the roaring sounds of the approaching tempest. Fear seemed to have paralyzed them, each dolphin wishing for the safety of the open ocean, but unsure of how to get there. Neela, however, remained unfazed. She knew this wasn't the end of the world, and while everyone else was busy panicking, she had already devised a plan. Taking a deep breath, she exhaled slowly, calming herself as much as possible. She needed to be the voice of reason here. As the first wave of the storm crashed over them, Neela wasted no time. She knew they couldn't stay where they were. With a powerful flick of her tail, she surged forward, heading deeper into the ocean. The others hesitated, torn between their fear of the storm and their trust in Neela's leadership. But they had to follow her if they wanted to survive. So they did, forming a tight pod and following Neela's lead. As the dolphins swam, the storm grew fiercer. Waves crashed overhead, wind buffeted their sleek bodies, and visibility dropped to a few meters. The ocean, once their playground, had become a raging beast, threatening to swallow them whole. Yet Neela pressed on, her determination unwavering. She remembered a series of underwater caves they had discovered during one of their explorations. These caves, normally a place of refuge, could now offer them protection from the storm. With renewed vigor, she guided her podmates through the tumultuous waters towards their sanctuary. Meanwhile, Bolt, the former leader of the pod, watched them go. Unable to keep up with the others, he struggled to maintain his place in the group. Fear gnawed at him, making it hard to follow Nyla's directions. The storm was at its peak now, and the echoes of their panicked cries seemed to mock him. He saw the entrance to the caves, but just as he reached out to touch his mates, a particularly strong wave knocked him off course. Disoriented and scared, he found himself alone and further away from the pod than he had ever been before. In the safety of the cave, Nyla's pod huddled together, waiting for the storm to pass. The younger members looked to Neela and her mother, Luna, for comfort. They could feel the power of the storm all around them, but inside the cave, it was still. The older dolphins exchanged glances. They had seen many storms come and go, but this one was different. It shook them to their core. They realized they had been relying too much on Bolt, whose decisions had often been driven by fear rather than logic. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the cave, causing the dolphins to jump. One of the rocks had fallen, partially blocking the entrance. The weight of the situation pressed down on them. If the rock were to fall completely, they would be trapped inside the cave, with no way to escape when the storm eventually subsided. Neela knew she had to act fast. With a determined look in her eye, she swam to the front of the group and began nudging the rock with her nose. The others followed her lead, their combined strength slowly but surely moving the obstruction. Finally, with a last concerted effort, they managed to push the rock aside, revealing the now calmer ocean outside. As they emerged from the cave, the sky had cleared and the sun was shining brightly, painting the water surface with a myriad of colors. The wind had died down and the angry waves had become gentle swells. The storm was over, but the ordeal had changed them. The Dolphins noticed something missing. Bolt was nowhere to be seen. They searched the surrounding waters, calling out for their former leader, but there was no response. Fear and regret washed over them. They had been so focused on their own survival that they hadn't considered Bolt. In their panic, they had left him behind. Feeling guilty, the Dolphins swam back to the caves. They knew Bolt would have sought shelter there. Upon finding him, they were met with a heartbreaking sight. Bolt was unconscious, trapped under a pile of rocks that had fallen from the ceiling. Despite their own exhaustion, they wasted no time. Nila, remembering her mother's strength and resilience, took charge. She directed the others to help move the rocks, each dolphin taking turns pushing and pulling until finally Bolt was free. Quickly they helped him to the surface, where they began performing the rescue breathing technique. This is when one dolphin keeps another's blowhole open to allow air to enter their lungs. Nila took the lead, her heart pounding with urgency as she kept calm and exhaled steadily, helping Bolt regain consciousness. As the other dolphins took their turn, Nila stayed by Bolt's side, guiding him, encouraging him to breathe. It felt like an eternity, but finally, miraculously, Bolt stirred. Weakly he blew a stream of air into the water, then opened his eyes, dazed but alive. Relieved, the dolphins helped Bolt to his feet and the entire pod swam in a circle, celebrating their victory over the storm and their triumph over fear. Bolt, weak but grateful, leaned against Nila. He looked at the young dolphin with newfound respect and admiration. He had been wrong to judge her calmness for weakness. It had taken them through the darkest moments and brought them back together. News of Nila's bravery spread throughout the ocean kingdom. The other dolphins looked up to her, recognizing her courage and wisdom. The young dolphin, once seen as too calm, was now celebrated as their leader, the one who had saved them all. Nila's pod flourished under her calm and steady leadership. They continued exploring new parts of the ocean, always looking out for each other. The memory of the great storm served as a reminder of their strength and unity, their resilience in the face of adversity, and the importance of embracing the calm amidst the storm. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the ocean floor, the pod gathered close. Nila, perched on a rock, addressed her mates. Her voice, though soft, carried the weight of her experience. "We face the mightiest of storms," she began, her gaze sweeping over each member of the pod. "And though it tested us, it revealed the strength that lies within each one of us." She gestured to Bolt, whose healed body bore silent testament to their collective effort. "We learned that true strength isn't just about raw power or aggressive displays," she continued, her eyes twinkling with wisdom beyond her years. "It's in the quiet determination, the unwavering support, and the courage to face our fears head on." A young calf, emboldened by the stories of the great storm, piped up. "But why was our strength put to the test? What was the purpose of the storm?" Nila smiled, understanding the curiosity that drove her podmates. "Challenges, big or small, are part of our ocean life," she replied, her voice echoing with certainty. "They reveal what's truly important, our bonds, our courage, and our spirit. Each challenge makes us stronger, wiser, and more united." A hush fell over the pod as they contemplated Nila's words. Bolt, his voice rough with emotion, added, "The storm also showed us the importance of clarity amidst chaos. Nila's calm guidance was our anchor when we could have easily succumbed to panic. It's a lesson I won't soon forget." Nila's cheeks flushed with humility. She didn't seek praise, but the respect and admiration in her podmates' eyes filled her with a sense of responsibility. As the night deepened and the stars twinkled above them, the dolphins continued to discuss the lessons of the great storm, each finding solace and strength in their shared experiences. For the dolphins of this pod, life wasn't just about navigating the vast ocean or searching for the next meal. It was about growth, learning, and most importantly, unity. Their story echoed through the ocean kingdom, a testament to the fact that sometimes the quietest voice carries the most profound wisdom.